Welcome, my friend. If you're here, it means you're ready to hear a message that's meant for you. This moment, like all others in life, has divine significance. Every person destined for greatness faces challenges before their breakthrough, what many call a period of struggle and transformation. It's the time when things feel hardest, just before everything shifts. What you seek might be closer than you realize, even if it's buried under layers of fear and doubt. Stick with me, because this could be the turning point you've been waiting for. As part of God's plan, let's talk about what this time of hardship truly represents. It's not just a period of struggle, but a sacred process where God is intentionally working within us. Think of it like shaping clay. Before it becomes something beautiful, it must first be molded, stretched, and reworked. In the same way, adversity is part of God's plan to shape us, removing what holds us back so we can become our best selves. It's during these tough times that our hearts soften and we are forced to confront old habits and patterns that no longer serve us. Change is uncomfortable, but it's necessary to align with the greater purpose God has for our lives. This isn't merely about enduring discomfort. It's about embracing it, understanding that God is using this process to prepare and transform us. One of the hardest things during this time is battling the voice of doubt that tells us we are forgotten or that our struggles are proof that God has abandoned us. These thoughts can make us feel discouraged, but they are far from the truth. Difficult times are often evidence that God is actively working to prepare us for something greater. Just like a gardener trims away dead branches to allow for new growth, challenges in our lives are meant to clear the way for better opportunities as part of God's divine plan. Though uncomfortable, pruning is essential for growth. It may feel like you're losing something, but in reality, God is making space for something far greater. We may need to release old habits, outdated beliefs, or relationships that no longer serve us. This isn't a form of punishment, but rather divine preparation. Just like a master gardener knows what to cut and what to nurture, God removes what no longer serves our purpose to make room for future blessings. Instead of resisting, we need to trust the process and understand that letting go is part of moving forward in God's plan for our lives. In a world that encourages avoiding pain, there is real power in learning to endure with grace, knowing God has a purpose for our struggles. To suffer well means holding on to faith and trusting that God's plan is unfolding, even when things are at their darkest. It's not about pretending everything is fine, but about knowing God is with us through every trial, using each hardship to mold us into the people He created us to be. When we offer our pain and fears to Him, they can be transformed into sources of strength. When you're going through your hardest moments, it's easy to feel lost, but these are often the times when we find our true strength through God's grace. Rather than viewing pain as something to escape, it's an opportunity to grow and connect with your deeper potential. Often, the most challenging moments in life reveal the greatest depth of resilience and the beauty of God's plan. Although it may not feel like it, the low points are fertile ground for something new to begin. Your struggles are not signs of defeat. They are the building blocks for the future God has envisioned for you. Every difficult season leads to a period of growth. The challenges you're facing today are setting the stage for blessings that are beyond what you can imagine, all part of God's intentional work in your life. What feels like hardship now is actually God preparing you for the opportunities ahead. The struggles are not wasted. They are refining you for what's next in God's divine purpose. To navigate these times, first surrender to God's process. Trust that even when you don't understand why things are happening, they are part of His greater plan, working in your favor. Just as clay must be reshaped to take its final form, each challenge is God's way of molding you into the person you're meant to become. Second, find strength through praise. It's easy to be grateful when things are going well, but praising during hard times is one of the strongest expressions of faith. Lastly, be patient with both the process and yourself. Pain isn't just about suffering. It's about revealing the strength and growth God has placed within you. Trust that what God removes, He replaces with something better. This season is not here to break you, but to refine you according to God's plan. The challenges you're facing are not detours, but necessary steps on your path. Life isn't about comfort. It's about becoming whole and ready for the blessings ahead, as God intends. What feels painful today is paving the way for the future God has prepared for you. Stay hopeful, hold on to faith, and remember that this is not the end of your story. God is still writing it, and the best is yet to come. Thank you for being here, my friend. If this message resonated with you, feel free to share it and continue your journey of growth and faith.